Recording. Okay, so let me, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is, in case you didn't notice, I'm a little unorganized and frazzled. This is our very first Zoom call of this kind. We have Zoom calls all the time with my team, but we kind of were talking and we loved the idea of like inviting people in that were like thinking about it but not super sure yet and maybe have some questions and just kind of wanted to see what it was like. And so I'm really excited to be able to do this kind of call. And before I even really start, I wanted to, my internet connection is unstable. Okay, well, let's hope that we're good throughout this call. And if not, then it's recording. And we'll just try again. So with this type of call, I wanted to just say, like, as anyone who's here, whether you came from my Instagram or Haley's or Kelsey's or Allison's, you probably see us like working this business quite a bit and lots of time put into it. And the amazing part about it is that like there are so many different tiers of commit, like how much you want to put into it. Not really tiers, but like you can literally put whatever you want into it, however much time you want into this kind of business. And there are no requirements, there are no set rules or guidelines, because I've been with another direct sales company, and and there are a lot of direct sales companies out there that you have to meet certain quotas and all this stuff. And the amazing part about Young Living is like there isn't anything like that. And now there's definitely different like goals that you might be running for, but in terms of casually sharing about your oils, it's such an amazing thing that you can just do it so casually and you don't have to decide to do it more than that. So I just wanted to share just honestly the most simple ways to start casually sharing. And now I think for one of the most amazing parts about Young Living, and this is the feedback that I get from a lot of my friends and family who are kind of like watching me from afar, is that I hear people tell me all the time, I just love how you share and it doesn't feel like you're trying to sell, but you're like genuinely sharing the love for the product. And that's the truth. And that's like, it like took me a minute to be like, whoa, that is so spot on. I'm not trying to sell jewelry. I'm not trying to sell clothing. I am truly just like using these products in my day-to-day life from morning to night. And I love sharing and like giving people ideas and like just sharing my like life. And it just goes hand in hand, and then it translates to selling. And I'm not like a salesperson at all. I used to be an event coordinator, and I would like hide in my office and be like, I can't go book an event. I can't do it. It would just like make my skin crawl to think about like trying to like upsell this and upsell that. And I'm just not cut out for that. But when it comes to this type of selling, this is like a lifestyle. It's like a wellness lifestyle that when you decide to buy a starter kit, you're not buying like product that you're trying to put on a shelf and whatever. You're buying a starter kit to use every single drop of every single oil that you ever buy. You are buying that to use it, to get to know the oils, to love the oils. And it definitely doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of time. Like I've been doing Young Living now for about a year, and it's like such a process. It's not an overnight thing. And that's also so important to understand that it's such a learning process, and it's so fun to be able to take your time to just learn about all the different oils. And now 1 year later, it's like I can confidently use them and talk about them and share them throughout my day. So yeah, that's me kind of starting to ramble. I can already tell. So I'm just gonna let Allison and Haley and Kelsey go ahead and introduce yourselves, and I'm gonna collect my ramblings.
Hi everyone, I'm Haley and I joined Young Living almost a year ago actually. I originally joined to help with infertility. I've heard a lot about Progestins Plus, so that's what really caught my eye, and also sleep support. I used the oils for about a month, and that's kind of when I decided, I really do enjoy these, so I kind of just jumped right into the business side of it. I do work full-time. I still work full-time. My ultimate goal is to be able to grow my business with Young Living to eventually quit my job someday. But what's so nice about being in Young Living for almost a year doing the business, I have been able to work on my Young Living business while working full time and still be able to feel like I can do my own things and spend time with my family and just continue on with my own daily life and hobbies without feeling overwhelmed. So, yeah.
Yay.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Allison. So if you did not come from my Instagram, that's who I am. I have been with Young Living for about 8 months now, so also almost a year. And I want to say new mom. I've been saying new mom for too long. She's going to be 1 on Monday. I think I'm just in denial. But she's our miracle baby. We did struggle to conceive for almost 7 years. And so natural living kind of took a forefront when I had my daughter, because I really wanted to do everything I could to clean up everything we were eating, what we were bringing into our home, what we were cleaning our home with. And that is where I found Amanda. And honestly, I got into this for the business, which some people buy their kit for the products, which I did, but I also knew that I saw the business opportunity. With my background, it's not creative like a lot of the other girls. It's actually in operations management. So it was nice to kind of look at it from a strategic standpoint of how I could stay home with my daughter full time. And I've been blessed to obviously have joined this team and grow with everybody. So I'm really excited for this call and to meet all of you.
Okay, hi. I don't even know where I start. My name is Kelsey. Can you hear me? Amanda, you're giving me a weird look. Okay, cool.
Nope, you're good.
Okay, I was like, oh my gosh. I originally started using oils because I severely struggle with anxiety and I had migraines. Originally, I just used peppermint for my migraines. I was prescribed migraine medicine and it wouldn't even touch it. And Panaway and peppermint, like the first time, cured it basically. In regards to kind of my background and why I got into the business side of things, I graduated college 2 years ago and I started working as a intelligence analyst at the OSBI doing counterterrorism, and my main focus was gangs, drugs, and anything kind of in that world. So I actually left because of another direct sales company that I had fallen in love with, and I realized that that company was not a good representation of my heart. And I loved these oils and I loved this company and I loved this team. So I kind of had a come to Jesus moment literally, and was like, this is a community that I want to be part of. And I think like 2 months into it, I surpassed the highest paycheck I ever received from my other company. And I've been doing it for like the business for 6 months, I think. And I've had my kit for about a year. So it's definitely what I was looking for when it comes to when you talk about residual income, when you talk about the community, and when you talk about the support. So it's definitely what I was looking for. It's a lot different than investigating gangs, and I would not trade it for anything. I like this so much better. So anyway, that's a little bit about me.
Yay. Okay, so the 3 of those girls are on my team, and we are in this together, and it's just so fun to, and I know this kind of sounds cheesy, and I don't often like to say this, but this is kind of like when you decide, first of all, when you decide to buy your kit and you're not even interested in the business, which that's the majority of our, the people, the majority of our members are just truly wanting the oils, to get their hands on their oils. They just want to, but when they're buying their kit, they're joining like a community. And I've heard from so many people, I can't even tell you how many messages I get a week just being like, I can't believe that you do this for your members, or I can't believe you blah, blah, blah. I haven't heard from my person, you know, like, it's just, it blows my mind, because for me, like, we are such a community, and we're like kind of like a sorority, like, but not, you know, that's the kind of thing I didn't want to say, but really, I mean, it's so much fun, and we're all pretty much learning as we go together, but also learning about each other as we go together. And it's just like such a good, like, community of like support. It's crazy. It is so crazy. But I was talking to somebody the other day, and it's like, I have been a stay-at-home mom now for a year. I quit my corporate job last May, and it's been a huge blessing to be able to stay at home, and Young Living has definitely allowed for that to even be a possibility. But I was telling somebody that, like, I've never once in the whole year that I've been a stay-at-home mom ever felt lonely, because that's a huge thing that you hear from a lot of stay-at-home moms, is like the loneliness. And I have never once been lonely. And I think that technology these days definitely helps with things like Zoom call and Instagram and stories and like all the things. But I just love who I've met. And a lot of, you know, people who are my members who aren't necessarily interested in the business, I've grown to like become, like, I talk to some of these people like every single day, and it's just so awesome to be able to meet people and like, like I said earlier, learn as I go. I am the first to admit that I am no expert on oils. I mean, I've only been really doing this for a full year. I've always been dabbling in oils here and there, but I pretty much dove right in and like decided to just go full on, ditch and switch with everything. And like 1 year later, I can like honestly take just this huge deep breath, and it's so refreshing to have made that decision to like get rid of all those things. And I've like spent the last year just like learning about, I mean, every single day I'm learning about new products from Young Living that I didn't even know that we had. Like, the product line is so massive, and it's not just essential oils. And I mean, it's supplements, it's skincare, it's makeup, it's children's baby care, and it's crazy. That's not what this call is about, though, and that's just me rambling again. But I have notes over here, so let me just pull them up. So this business is so, as I was saying earlier, it is all about just sharing, like getting to know your oils, loving your oils. You can't just probably order a starter kit and be like, well, I want to start selling. Now, a lot of people do that. I kind of did that, but you really want to get to know the product, like find out what your favorite oils are, find out what your favorite products are, and start using them every day. And when you start to use those and your friends and family start to see like, hey, I've been noticing that you're using that a lot. What is that? Tell me about it. And what are you not going to, I mean, like, are you not going to tell them about it? Because you don't, you know, like, I think a common misconception is like, I don't want to sell. I don't want to do that. But when someone says like, oh my gosh, tell me about that smell, like, what is that smell that I'm smelling in your car? Then you're naturally going to be like, oh, those are my essential oils. Like, let me tell you, let me open up this bottle and smell this. Is this not amazing? And then that person's going to be like, I need to get my hands on some of that. And it is a domino effect from there. And that is truly exactly what I do, what Allison, Kelsey, and Haley do every single day. I mean, I have not had to cold call not one person in a full year. I mean, people are just so interested, especially this like day and age. The natural living, non-toxic lifestyle is going to boom. It is only gonna just grow from here. I mean, everyone is wanting to clean up their homes and clean up their life, and it's not going anywhere. If anything, people are wanting to live longer, and especially with the coronavirus, I mean, we have this product that we can use and share about every single day, and people want to learn about it. So I think that's like, and I wanted to kind of talk about the whole 1, 2, 3 repeat thing. So the number one thing is you get your oils, you learn to love your oils, you talk about them, you incorporate them into your everyday, and naturally you start to talk about it, share about it. That's like the number one thing. And then you wake up the next morning and you do the same thing. And then you wake up the next morning and you do the same thing. And it's just like it's a repetition, and people are going to catch on. The second thing is, and I've kind of a little bit talked about it, but it's just like, just do it. You know, so many people, me included, overthink. And someone, one of my friends, just last night, she said something, and I've heard it before, but how she said it was like so good. She was like, you know, Young Living has made the decision to not hire marketing ad in agencies, and they don't have commercials, they don't have billboards, they like Target does, they don't have all of that marketing. That's what we're here for. And can you even imagine, like, can you even imagine going to Target? Now I know that Target has essential oils. I won't even go there because that can be a whole different tangent. But can you imagine being someone who's never used oils before, walking into Target or Walmart and like buying a starter kit and having like all these things inside, and not having a personal experience, or a person like the person that you ordered from to be there to explain it to you? I mean, I just think like I would be lost. That kit would go unused in the closet of my house and collect dust, because oils aren't something that it's not like it's makeup that you can kind of just like, oh, I'm going to try it and figure it out. I mean, it comes with education, and you need some support, and you need to be able to have that support system, you know? So anyway, gosh, that was kind of a tangent. But what I was saying is, like, if you're nervous about selling, or the whole idea of selling, just think of it as you're just sharing your experience with your friends and family, and it just goes from there. Try not to overthink it. I mean, obviously, if you're thinking about it, because this is how I was. I thought about it for probably 6 months, and I never stopped thinking about it. And so if you like are thinking about it and you're not going to stop thinking about it, then that is the answer that you need to say to yourself, like, this is my answer right here. I just need to try it, because it is so much fun to be able to do this. And like, it's just such a new adventure for me, for a lot of us, like this whole clean living and just stitching and switching. It's just such an amazing feeling to take our own like lives by control. I mean, because I was, you know, if you think about the way that a lot of us were raised, I mean, my mom, like, I feel like this day and age, and our, like, this generation, or this like day and age that we're at, no matter your age, we get to make our own decisions. Whereas I just feel like 20 years ago, it wasn't as like empowering and freeing to just like, oh, I'm going to decide for this, and this is what I want to do. But I feel like there was a lot more. I'm going on a tangent, but I feel like, I hope you can all understand what I'm trying to say is, like, it's such an amazing opportunity. Don't overthink it. Just give it a try. Let me see. So when it comes to, and I said this at the beginning, you might see, or you might hear, well, I don't know if I want to, like, you know, have 5 classes a month, or I don't know if I want to do this or that. Well, every single person gets to run their business how they want. There are so many people who have no social media, who, oh my gosh, what time is it? It says this meeting will end in 10 minutes. Why does this do this? This did it to us last night, but I set it for an hour. Guys, can you help me really quick, Allison? Does anyone know?
Is yours a free version of Zoom? Do you know?
It is, but last night we were able to be on for an hour, but this one's only giving me 30 minutes.
I used to teach a class and it did this, and it would cut me off every time. So I don't know. But then sometimes it would, like, I did one recently with a client and it didn't. So I don't really understand. But I thought it was because I was free. So I'm not sure.
Well, this is free. I mean, it's giving me the option to upgrade, which
Okay.
I
don't blame you.
If you set it for an hour, it should let you keep going.
Try.
It's not going to. What in the world? Okay, let me see if I can just like try to upgrade really quick and see if it like lets me. What was that? Okay, $14.99 a month. PayPal. If I do this right now, do you think it'll let me continue this call? You guys, I'm so sorry. How unprofessional of me. Oh my gosh, I'm like sweating. I don't even know what's happening.
Eddie said, hush, you're doing fine.
I want to say, and it was supposed to be for an hour. Now I'm like peeing.
I think we'll forgive you.
This is just, if anyone follows me on Instagram, this is a true snippet of exactly how my life is. Just, you can never just, okay. Hey, Allison. Allison,
Yeah, I'm here.
can you tell me what to do?
I'm looking it up right now. Did you do the upgrade?
I'm working towards that. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Okay. No. Okay. Oh, continue. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang tight. I'll put my address in.
Is there an edit button, Amanda, on your thing?
An
Like
edit?
an edit meeting?
Huh?
My meetings and then edit?
Should I continue to do this or should I look for
Yeah,
that?
go ahead. Do that, because that's a for sure guarantee.
I was just about to put in my city where I was born, guys. That's how flustered I am. In Iowa. I'm in Oklahoma City, not Council Bluffs, Iowa.
You're doing great.
Okay. PayPal. Yes. Okay. Let's see. I'm not a robot. Upgrade now.
We should have thought of this when this happened to us last night.
Oh, seriously. Select total employee count. None. Oh, just me. Okay. PayPal. Oh, here we go. Upgrade now. Okay, this is good. This is good. What a mess. I'll never forget. This. Okay. Continue. Okay, hold on. It's like processing.
There you go. You're
Now
good.
has unlimited minutes. Woohoo! Yay! I am now an official Zoom member, which is good because we have these like several times a month, so that's good. Okay, so let me pull my notes back up. You guys still with me? Okay, so, what I was saying is like, everyone can choose to do their business however they want. There are people who don't even have social media, who do one-on-ones, who are like Royal Crown. I mean, like they're like the top of the top. And I think to myself, like I've never done a one-on-one because that gives me a little bit of anxiety sometimes. Every single person does their business differently. I pretty much do mine through Instagram. But that's also something that other people don't even dabble in. You really just kind of find your way of sharing. Some people do mainly make and takes where they have friends and family over, or they go out and seek like a host to host it in their own home and invite their friends. And that person, me being, the oily person, would bring my stuff over and help introduce it to their friends. There are so many different ways to do this. There's not a set guideline. There's not a set like rule book. It's really just however you want to share it. That being said, though, I'm sure that a lot of you have heard the whole phrase, like, who you buy your kit from matters. And that's so true, because we, the team that we're a part of is like, it's not like the fastest growing team in the entire company. And because of that, the amount of resources that are given to us and are provided for us are out of this world. I mean, amazing. My upline is Brooke from Nesting Well, and she, you know, she has her own graphic designer, and she sources all the things for us, so that we're not doing this and like having to come up with our own content or graphics. I mean, it's all right there for us. Now, yes, I love to do my own like styling here and there and pictures, but that's just my choice. Allison, for instance, when she got her kit, she, you know, was like, I don't know, like I'm more business. I'm not a super creative. Like, how am I see you, Amanda, I see you taking these pictures, but I can't do that. And it was like it was like, you don't have to. Actually, it's encouraged for you not to. We have all of these Facebook groups, and even if you're not on Facebook, there are ways to gain access to these these graphics. But we have private, exclusive Facebook groups that you're only allowed to be in if you're a member. And the amount of like knowledge and resources and graphics and things, it's like endless. It's endless information. You could spend a full day just like hopping from Facebook group to Facebook group and just like learning things. And I mean, I know this actually does not matter at all, but I am drawn to like just cute graphics and cute colors. And the team that we're a part of, just everything is just so cute, and I just love that. I love clean and modern and professional and cutesy looking graphics, and we have all of those to help share with our members. So you like when you decide to do this, you don't have to worry about coming up with what you're supposed to do. It is all mapped out. Like we're like right now we're on a 90-day challenge, and that's something that is, everything's optional. But we each have our own accountability partners, and so we can kind of get to know other people. And it's pretty much like a list of like, hey, if you wake up one day and you're like, what do I do today with my business? Well, here's a list of 5 things, and it's just like laid out for you. It's so amazing. It's because I am the kind of person where I would wake up one day and be like, I have 8,000 things to do. Where do I even start? What do I do? Well, there's a list. I mean, like, here, let me give you a list and just focus on these 5 things today, these 5 things tomorrow. And it is so amazing. And another really awesome thing is just like, if there's ever a time where, you know, you are nervous about, I mean, there's just, if you like ever like think, well, I can't do that, or I could never get on Facebook story or Instagram stories and show my face. And it's so fun to watch people like conquer that fear, because everyone is like that. Everyone is nervous to get on Instagram stories for the first time. I was so nervous, and now it's like I get on too much. But everyone is nervous. But it's so fun to be able to help people just like conquer those fears and do it. And once you do it, it's like, it's freeing. It's like, oh, now I'm like, it's like freeing to like hop over that barrier and just gain that confidence to be able to share this like wellness journey. It's just, okay. And then the third thing, what was the third thing? 1, 2, 3, repeat. Oh, it's really just thinking about like where you could be if you decided to do this, where you could be in like 5 years, 10 years. I always think about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's only been 1 year for me. Just the opportunities that Young Living has is incredible. They're like, and I'm not going to get into all the whole bonus structure and all that stuff, because I don't want to, you know, confuse anyone. That can be something down the road. But the bonus structure, and even they just launched a brand new bonus structure, and it's like, it's constantly amazing. Like the amount of like just free stuff that we can earn monthly is just, it's out of this world. It's so out of this world. And so I can't wait for any of you, you know, when you feel ready to be like, okay, I want to do this, to be able to share like, okay, let's talk about these things that you could earn, win, bonuses. It's just amazing. So I think about like, okay, if I have been doing this for 1 year and I'm just like sharing consistently every single day, well, where am I going to be in 12 months? Where am I going to be in 2 years? It's just crazy to think about. So I think for this type of business, it's like, you know, getting to know the product and learning to love the product, which is not hard to do. Oh my gosh, it is not hard to do. It is so addicting. There was one lady who just posted in one of our Facebook groups the other day, and it was kind of funny. She was like, is it normal to just like be so obsessed with all of these oils? And it's like, yes, it is very normal. You're going to start like going to stores and being like, oh, that could be a really cute diffuser stand. Oh, my oils would look so cute on that little stand. I mean, it seriously becomes just an obsession in a good way. So really, I think I've said this a few times. There are different, like if everyone is different, everyone's just decision and their why to want to do the business is different. And some people want to dive in head first and just like go all out. And some people want to take it slow. And that's kind of where I'm here, and Allison's here, and Kelsey's there, and Haley's there to help guide you and kind of figure out, okay, from the beginning, like what are you wanting from this right now? Now it can change in 1 month, 6 months, a year. Why you decide to do it now doesn't have to be the same moving forward. It can just be, well, right now I just kind of want to like, I don't know, get a kit and maybe like share it with my cousins because we're super close and we always love to do the same things. Or it can be, oh no, I definitely want to learn all the things. We have a mentorship that is a super self-paced, easy program that if you decide you want to kind of like just learn from the beginning about all the business, it's just a very simple, kind of like a book, but it's on Facebook, but there's also a link that's for non-Facebook users. And it kind of just is, it takes you through just learning all the things. Again, it's self-paced. You can do it however fast or take the most time you need. So that would kind of be your, call to, say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. And then that's where I would lead you to be like, okay, well, let's go this route. And I love to support my members and anyone who's like wanting to try the business. It's so fun. So fun. Okay. One more thing I wanted to say. This is a huge thing. I can't believe I didn't say it. But when you're thinking about selling, and this is so true. Just think about this. How many times have any of you guys swiped up on a link because someone said, because Brooke said, swipe up on this pillow. It is the cutest pillow. You guys need this pillow. Well, okay, I'm going to swipe up right now and I'm going to buy it. How many times have you done that? How many times has even like someone said, what's your nail color? Oh, it's here. I'm going to send you the link. It's right here. What's your workout routine? Oh, I just started this new one this morning. Not that I have been working out lately, but let me send you this link. How many times do you guys share links and like information with your friends and family a day, a week, a month? That is legitimately the exact same thing that this is. It's just sharing a link legitimately. And if someone decides, like your friends, family, that they want to buy it, you earn an instant $50 from just right off the bat. Now, there are much more higher, commissions that go further, but just as simple as I want to keep it tonight for you guys, every kit sale is a $50 check in the mail. Not in the mail, but it's direct deposited into your account. So just think about if you have 3 friends who want to order a kit, that's $150 in a month. Like, you can have all your oils paid for, plus some extra gas money or grocery money. It's just really easy. It's easy money to earn if you decide that you want to do it. So Allison, Kelsey, Haley, do you guys have anything to add to any of that? Please.
I think you said so many great things, and I think my favorite part about this business, and you and I are both kind of biased because we've come from other companies and we don't ever want to bash other companies, but one of the things that I do love about this one is it really is your own pace, your own degree. If you want to, because I even told you, I was like, I'm not doing the business. Sorry, I thought that was my dinner on my sweatshirt. That's embarrassing. I'm not doing the business, but I want to spend $50 a month on my ER. So I'm going to share my link once and get $50 so I get my, kits paid for or my ER order paid for. And it's just kind of gone from there. So I think whether you want to go all to the wall and,
just say it.
and, work your business every single day, or if you're like, I just want to get my oils paid for. I love the oils and it's just not really in the budget to where I can spend that money every month and I want to get my oils paid for. I think that there's so much freedom and grace in whatever it is that you want to do. And I've never felt pressured to go balls to the wall. I mean, to be completely honest, and yes, to the resources.
To do something you don't want to do. I mean, you make your own
right. Right. So yes, I love everything that you said. No cold messaging, no cold calling. I don't have to make graphics. They're all there. It's just, it's very relaxed and slow and amazing. So I'm the crazy oil lady now. That's all.
It's fun to be one. Alice?
Yeah, kind of just to touch a little bit like on what Kelsey said about the graphics and stuff. Both, I think Kelsey and I can relate. We're, we often refer to each other as the spreadsheet girls. So having all of that, and I've even started working with some women who want to do this business who didn't even know how to use social media before they started this business. And so I think it's great because there's just so much and so many people to relate to in this business. Everybody has started somewhere. And for me, if I was a new mom, so I was struggling postpartum, I was overwhelmed, and I was able to start this business on my time, like when it worked for me, how it worked for me. If I was having a tough day and didn't get on, that was just what I did. And so it's been amazing to, again, my whole goal was to be able to stay home with my daughter, and I've definitely accomplished that. And so it's been amazing, like everybody said, just to kind of feel that flexibility and that support and not have, metrics and, numbers and ranks and goals. I mean, of course, they're all there in the business, and, we can run for them when we're ready, but not having, a hierarchy kind of shove anything down your throat has been really refreshing, because I think that's a lot of what, when people see that you start a business, it's an MLM or whatever it is, like Amanda said, other companies pay for ads and commercials and sales and all that kind of stuff. Young Living pays moms or, girls in school or, anybody that just has, the need for additional income to spread the word versus, paying for those types of other marketing. So I think for me, it's just been refreshing to, kind of just support a team and obviously an additional income stream along with that.
Something I want to add about the business, when you're first starting and diving in, especially when you're new to essential oils, it's like overwhelming. You're like, I don't know what peppermint does. I have no idea what lemon does. And like, I'm a perfectionist. So once I jumped in, I told Amanda, I'm like, I know some things about certain oils, but I can't tell you anything else about our product line when I first started. The amazing thing about that team that we're all talking about and that support group that we have is there is so much knowledge and resources in our groups that even if someone asks you like, hey, what can I do with oregano oil? Even if you don't have the answer, don't panic. It is not the end of the world. Just go to our groups where our support groups are. You can literally just search it in our Facebook group and there's the answer right there. There's like so many amazing like ideas and remedies and things you can use oregano oil for. So we just have this like awesome resource at our fingertips that we can help answer any question that someone may have. Because that was one of my biggest fears, is not being able to speak truly to what all the oils can do. And I think that was something that really helped me really learn about things, because you will never know all of it. I am always learning things, always. Some people ask me about this oil that I've never even heard about, so I'm like, wow, where did you find that? So things like that happen, but that's just another opportunity to keep learning. And sometimes it's just random one-off questions, but we have those groups and there's so many people in it that it's always there to help us, and we can learn about it. So
yes, it's amazing. And I know that like it gets annoying hearing it over and over, but I honestly can't even imagine not waking up every day and like knowing that these people, and like honestly it's so much more than even, it's like my favorite thing is not even the oil. I mean, it is the oils, but it's like I'm just so thankful to like be able to just do this every day with like my new best friends, and I know that sounds cheesy, I know, but it's an amazing blessing. So I wanted to open it up for if anyone has any questions. Please do not feel shy to say, but I think there's also an area where you can actually type a question if you don't want to speak up. Is there? Yes, I think there is.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
if you go on if you hover over, there's a chat bubble. You can click the chat bubble and type in your question if you don't want to talk.
I should have said that from the beginning, actually, to like give people a chance to ask questions. But please feel free to ask any questions. I am gonna say one thing about if any of you have done your own little research before this, and you might be wondering. There, when it comes to, we get a lot of questions about, okay, so what do I have to spend a month? Like, I'm confused about that. So when you buy your starter kit, if you know that maybe you want to do the business, it is required that you are enrolled in Essential Rewards, first of all. So if you're wanting to have that access to your personal link to be able to send to somebody, to earn that commission, you have to at least just be enrolled in Essential Rewards. So that means a minimum of $50 a month. So, and honestly, at first, for some people, it's $50. Like, that's a lot of money. For the majority of people, you think about that and it's like, oh gosh, that's like one more bill I'm adding to my plate. Should I do it? Should I not? That's how I was at first. It was not an easy thing to say yes to, because I was like, oh gosh, what if I don't have extra $50 the next month? But then my eyes were opened to the thought of, I'm going to switch my mindset to adding $50 a month. But instead, I have taken out $50 from Target, Walmart, Amazon. I've probably taken out actually more than that a month, and just kind of rearranged my budget to buy oils. Now, and when you think about, well, are these, none of you guys heard that big belch. Excuse you. Jeez. Did you hear me? What was I saying?
Oils, but not even just oils, like reallocating the budget. It's just more than.
Right. And with this, it's like, you have to think, because my mom has always like ingrained in my mind, do you want that or do you need that? And so when it comes to a purchase like oils, you think, oh, am I buying just like good smelling goodness to like diffuse in my home, or do I need that? And really, you have to think about it, and like you have to believe me when I say that that it's not a want. It really is not a want. If you're wanting to get rid of certain things, like I make all of my own here moisturizers, baby lotions, soaps. I make all my own body wash, cleaning supplies, every single thing I make now. And so I don't buy any of that anymore. I use my Essential Rewards order for that kind of thing. And but yes, I have a full shelf full of oils, and that is like those are fun things for me. But at the end of the day, like, I am saving money doing essential rewards versus, and I said this the other day on my stories, but I had a gift card, not a gift card, but like a certificate for spend $75 at Target on their home essentials and get 25 back. And I like went on the website, because if I walked into Target and was like, "Ooh, what can I buy?" Like, I was just, I wonder what like falls into the essentials line, home essentials. So I got on the website and I like looked at that category. And I mean, yes, there's like toilet paper, but we've given up paper towels and have been paper towel free for almost a year now. So it's like, okay, do I buy $75 worth of toilet paper? Nope. We live in a very small house. We don't have that kind of storage. I could not spend $75 on, I just couldn't. I could not spend $75 even if I tried. I don't buy a single cleaning product or any of that stuff anymore. And so, so going back to, if you are a person who, like I have several members who have just sold a kit to their neighbor or a kit to their mom or whatever, and they're on essential rewards, they're spending their $50 a month, and they get their $50 check in the mail. When you start to, and I wanted to keep this simple, but I am going to speak to it. When you start to grow a larger team, there is then a chance to earn more and more commissions off of your team's sales. So for instance, if I, let's just say I have, 10 people buy a starter kit from me this month. Well, if I were only spending $50 a month, then I would earn back the $50 commission on each of their kits, but I wouldn't be earning that extra commission from their monthly order. Because the whole kind of idea behind essential rewards is your, and this is kind of where the selling does come into play. Now, I mean, you kind of have to think, well, now I have to kind of switch my mind here to, yes, this is selling, because you're wanting your new members to join essential rewards, because they're buying not from you, but they're buying every single month, and you're earning a commission from that. But in order to be able to earn those commissions, then you have to be spending $100 a month. Now, before you think, whoa, that's crazy, because that was my first thing, like, what? It is going back to, I mean, I spend so, I mean, we won't even go there, but like I spend more than $100 every month, but my oils are paid for because of the commissions I'm earning. My oils are paid for, plus I'm earning like a living doing this. That's just what I'm doing with my business. But spending $100 on oils, and it's not just oils. I mean, I have a friend who actually just last month was like, this is the first month in probably 6 months that in my essential rewards order, I didn't buy a single oil. And I'm like, it's crazy, because the product line is endless. I have now switched out all of my makeup, and I only use Savvy Minerals makeup, which I was kind of a makeup snob. Like, I was very particular about the makeup that I wanted, and I would always put money in my budget towards getting nice makeup, because I just wanted makeup that lasted. And so I was very hesitant to switch over to Savvy Minerals, and I am so pleasantly surprised with it. And so that's just another thing that I've rearranged my budget for, that laundry detergent, dish soap, household cleaner, there's just every category, supplements, vitamins, all those things that you're probably already, buying. And if you think about it, if you're like me, you might go to Target and spend $30 here. I mean, more than that, but like $30 here. And then a week later, you'd run to Walmart and you'd buy cleaning supplies you'd spend maybe like $20 there. And then like the next week, you might run into the store or go on Amazon and spend like $40 there. So when you think about, well, I have to spend $100 in one lump sum, yes, you do. But if you just get in the mindset of rearranging your budget, it becomes so easy and natural, and then you're able to earn those extra commissions, which definitely outweigh the $50 bonus checks that you get from just spending $50. So if anyone has, I know that that's it, it definitely, Ashley, go ahead, because I know that it takes a long time to kind of like fully wrap your head around that. So just know that it takes time to fully understand all this, and if you're confused, that's very normal.
Is there like a place where you go and say, I want to start earning, you know, commissions? My situation is that my mom has had a starter kit forever also. I've told her that I've been kind of renewing an interest and whatever. So she put my number in, and I guess I don't know, somehow she's under me now, but I only have been spending between 50 and 100 a month on my ER order. So I don't know, like, do I need to say somewhere I'm spending 100 and now I get my mom's commissions, or is that not how that works?
Well, so
it's very specialized, and I hope it's at least an example to help make that
right.
make sense.
So your mom is on ER then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to say anything to anyone. It will just automatically, when you like, if there's ever a month that you have upped your ER order to be 100,
yeah,
you should have seen that on your paycheck.
Okay.
Now there is a certain app called Oily Tools, and that is it's $6.99 a month, which is like one more fee, but it is an amazing app. It breaks down all the statistics and averages, and pretty much gives you all of like where all of your earnings are coming from and from who. And it also, I mean, it's an awesome app. Whoever designed it, created it, is like genius. And it also projects all of your numbers for that month. So like if it's March 1st and you're wanting to know, like, I wonder what my projected team volume is going to be, Oily Tools calculates that for you. And it's an average, but, or it's just a projection, but it's a really amazing app. So yeah, there's that to help kind of figure all that out. But no, you don't have to tell anyone or make the decision. It will just calculate for you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Anyone else have any questions? And oh, sorry, go ahead, whoever that was.
That's okay. So if you grew your business on social media, how did you transition from like more of a personal kind of page? Did you start from scratch, when it came to, building a page and that sort of thing?
This is an interesting topic, and everyone kind of has their own answer. So I will share my answer and my opinion to that, and everyone kind of has a different opinion. But in general, the majority of people have a normal social media account. Normal being anywhere from like 100 to 500. Like, I'm just on Instagram to scroll and like find inspiration, and maybe share here and there for my friends and family to see. So for that, I highly recommend not creating a new oil account and just sticking with your personal account. And there's kind of a number that floats around. What's the percentage share? What, like 60-40, or what is it? There's like and this is not a rule. This is just like this is kind of like
for balance.
Yeah, it's like you share 60% of like what you would normally share on your social media, and then share 40% oils. Like a picture of your diffuser. Like if you were to order your diffuser and put it up in your kitchen, that's considered, that's sharing your oils. It's not like being like, buy a starter kit. It's just sharing. So I personally, so what I did is I had a home account and I share style, and I'm not some big influencer. But I wanted to, and I think what happened with mine is like, I wanted to create my own oil account. I don't really know why. I think mainly because at the time that I bought my kit, I was doing a lot more, if I were to do it over, I think I probably would have kept just my account. But now that I have two accounts, I am happy about that. But at the time where my home account was, I wasn't really sharing a lot of lifestyle. I was really just sharing. I mean, if you kind of go back on my account, there was a point there where it was just like styled little cute things in my home. There wasn't a lot of like sharing my pictures of my kids or whatever. So for that reason, I decided to make my own wellness account. But now my oily account has kind of evolved into more of a lifestyle account and not just oils. So now I personally have evolved it into that. Does that make sense? So for the most part, I would not recommend starting another oil account, but I will say there are benefits to it. But if you're unsure, I would just start incorporating and sharing it into your already existing social media. Now, Brooke from Nesting Well, she kind of says like, if you have, anywhere between like 7,000 and like up, if you have a large like influence of a following, then yes, go start your own account. But like the majority of the population does not. So she would recommend, and I would recommend not. Does that answer your question? If anyone else wants to chime in on that.
Yeah, I think, like Amanda, you said you did start a separate account. I did the opposite. I did not. But I also started my account kind of originally, like you have like your home decor blog account. Mine was already a weight loss, like wellness, like my journey to conceive. So it kind of worked well together. So I think it really, you got to remember too, like who your audience is. So, who's following you on the account that you currently have. And not that doesn't mean that like every friend or family, if you just have a personal account, has to buy a kit, but like, just consider like, if you become a primarily oil account, like you're sharing about your wellness and your lifestyle. And I do think there's benefits to that because I put my day-to-day, like with my daughter, and I use a ton of the Young Living products, like not just the oils, the supplements, the protein powder. So all of that throughout the day, like this is literally just a wellness account. And I think that makes you more relatable because they're seeing these products used day in and day out. It's not just, your diffuser going or whatever the case may be. And so yeah, like Amanda said, I think that it's really just definitely personal preference, but there's definitely been success in both ways of doing it, merging and making a separate account.
Thanks, ladies.
Any other questions? I didn't want this to go too long. It's already 9:35 my time, so I don't want to keep anyone too much longer. So if anyone has any other questions, speak up now because I don't want to cut anyone off if you have anything to ask. But I will say, if you do have any questions that you just don't feel like, asking here, please message me. I will be up very late. I've been staying up super, super late lately to work on some tassels. And so I will be up very late tonight, and please message me, or message whoever whoever invited you to this call. So we are all very well, like with arms wide open. I'll answer any question you have for me. Like I want to talk. I could talk for way longer than this. I could talk for another hour just because I'm just so passionate and excited about it. So I would love nothing more than to help, answer any more questions. So thank you guys.
There's a question in the chat, Amanda.
Oh, I don't have Facebook. Can I still get on there first? Can I still get on there? Okay, so my recommendation for that, if you do not have Facebook, that is okay. But I would highly, highly recommend creating an account and so some people don't like to be on Facebook because of privacy issues, and that's totally understandable. So if that's like the reason behind someone not having Facebook, then just do your first name. So I would just do like Amanda Elizabeth and not put my last name, or Amanda E. I think you can pretty much make any kind of name on Facebook and on Instagram now. I would highly, highly encourage you because I have a member right now and she is not on Facebook, and that is totally okay. We never want to pressure someone like, well, you have to be on Facebook. But it is, the amount of resources that we have on our Facebook groups is out of this world, and we do further education and classes, and Brooke brings in professionals to teach certain things on hormone classes and oils and pets and oils and babies. And I mean, there are always classes going on in our Facebook group. So it's hard for us, especially the team that we're on. I think a lot of people don't have what we have, but for what we see on Facebook, it's like, you don't want to miss that. So that would be my advice, is to, if you could, just make a Facebook account where when you get on, you're not scrolling through Facebook and, you're just getting on and all you see is our group.
Yeah, I think 90% of the time too, most of the members when they're added in there, probably had a similar, if not the exact same question you had. And so it's just really the easiest way to get access to whatever it is. Not that you can't come to any of us, depending on who you're enrolled with or plan to enroll with, but it really is just the easiest way. And not only that, but getting new ideas too. Once she gets on there, how do you join the team? She's a member under Brooke.
Oh, so you would, if you're already a member on Nesting Well, if you've already purchased your starter kit through Brooke, then there should be a welcome email that you had received when you got your kit. And if you didn't get that, then let any of us know. But there should be a welcome email that you had gotten. If you can go to that email, there will be a link on there that will take you straight to the private Facebook group. And then you have to click join. And then it asks you, I mean, I know this sounds kind of silly, but a lot of people try to get into the group that aren't members. And so for security reasons, it's like a bouncer at the door. You have to have your member ID and who you enrolled with. And it just asks you, what's your member ID and who did you enroll with? And then an admin in the group, I'm an admin and there are several of us who are admins, can go in and approve you to be in the group, and then you're in it. And then it's just as easy as that. So anyone who does not have their kit, and whoever you decide to join with, you would be getting a welcome email from anyone, and then that link will be in there. Or what I like to do for my members is I like to just add them myself, just to kind of make it easy. So okay, thank you. Yes, you're welcome. So let us know if you didn't get that welcome email, but go back and search your email. I bet it's there. Anyone else? Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. Sorry about all the technical issues, but if anyone wants to Zoom with me, I got a membership now. So, okay, just let any of us know if you have any questions or anything like that. And you guys have a great night, okay?
Thank you.
Bye.